On this computer. Hey, Aaron. This time we're recording. So we just did a 45-minute web chat, and we'll call it a technical glitch. I forgot to hit the record button. Real quick summary for the people that couldn't be there with us, and the people that were there, they'll understand that this is a really quick summary. One, your store is amazing. Backroads Brews and Shoes. Tell us about it really quick.
Where to start, actually? So, essentially, when we first started the business plan for the store, I started with the retail side. And then as we sort of got a little more serious about it, we started talking to sales reps. And they essentially told us that running retail in Ontario was struggling a little bit. There's fewer stores, seems to be that there's fewer stores every year. So as we were wanting to open a new store, they told us we need to do something different, something that has a little bit more experience. So from there, kind of what I tell a lot of people is kind of started as a joke, the tap room side of the store. So essentially I said, hey, why don't we put a couple taps at the front desk? And when I say taps, I mean beer taps. So as we sort of joked with reps about that, they essentially told us, hey, that's actually a pretty good idea. Like you should actually do that. So once we stopped kind of laughing about it, that really got the wheels turning in our heads. And from there, the sort of beer aspect, and again, it's not just beer that we sell. We have kombucha, cider, wine, coffee's another big one. The tap room kind of grew from there. So it started as just a couple taps at the desk, kind of realized that wouldn't be sufficient. So like if we have some like bigger run groups, people are going to want a place to hang out, right? They're going to want a place to actually sit down and socialize with their friends. So that's how the tap room essentially grew to be about half of what the store is. Yeah, I don't know. I think, is there anything you want to kind of add there, Chris?
Obviously I'm a patron at your store. I attend Backroads for my run groups. You are a running store. I don't want to make any mistakes about that. So you have some very, very high quality. You can go high end, but I think it's priced very, very reasonably in respect to some of the less quality goods that you could buy at sort of a major retailer outlet. So you have some high quality running shoes, running shorts, running pants, running shirts. A lot of that equipment also works for hiking, walking, running on trails. You get a lot of trail running equipment. So a lot of, very specific to that type of motion. I also noticed you have a lot of clients that, anyone that's got some sort of foot pain, they're having trouble. Like you get a lot of nurses and doctors too that are looking for a shoe that maybe helps them be more comfortable and do what they're doing with less pain. So really great quality product in that respect. But what you've done is in order to keep us motivated, to keep your patrons, to keep us running, and to keep us coming back to your store, it's a great idea. You've included a social aspect to it. So at the front of your store, which it's not available in the video right now, but just on the other side of the wall to Aaron's right or our left, if you're looking at Aaron, there is an incredible opportunity to buy really, really good beer. It's usually craft beer. And as a side note, a lot of those craft breweries are buying their hops directly from Aaron. Aaron has a hop farm. So the hops are in the beer that you're buying. And you can also buy kombucha, you can buy tea, you can buy cider, you can buy the fancy wine, red and white. It's all there. And then, sort of the concept of the idea is we meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturday mornings, and Tuesdays and Thursdays in the evening about 6 o'clock. We'll go for these group runs, and everybody is welcome at the group runs. There's different runners from all different levels, whether you've never run before or your goal is to run 1 kilometer consistently or 42 or more. And we talked about that on the web chat that I forgot to record. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. There are runners that are still trying to do more, and they're there and they're great. It's a really great community, but everyone sort of groups together, and then they, before we leave, they say, okay, I'm going to run with these four or five people, and you're going to run with people at your level, and every level is there. Every level is welcome. At the end of the run, everyone sort of meets back at the store, and we sort of share our stories about the run, like where we thought we weren't going to make it, or who encouraged us along the way. Have a nice beer, cheers to the run, and kind of call it a bit of a day after that. But it's a great experience, right? Does that summarize it up fairly quickly?
Just give me 1 second, Chris. My hearing aid battery just died on me.
Okay.
So, well, not everybody, but I am here. Give me a second.
No problem. Okay, so that works. That was like a brief commercial intermission. We'll probably put some sort of commercial for you in there. So what we talked about is the store and what it is today. If anyone's wondering about who Aaron Hendrikx is, he is the store owner. He is a hops farmer. Aaron Hendrikx is also, let me get the times right, a 3-minute, 43-second, 1,500-meter runner.
Oh, yeah.
A 2-time CIS cross-country national champion here in Canada. Yesterday, Aaron Hendrikx ran a 1-hour, 18-minute half marathon all by himself just for fun, which is a wildly quick time, Aaron. It's very, very fast. Congratulations on that time. Hops farmer and the owner of Backroads Brews Shoes, which has become a social movement. Now we've identified all of those things, and I think it's really important and great business case study to talk about, how you've taken two things that are really great on their own, sharing a beer with your friends or a tea or coffee. Because you've got a great, we're not talking enough about the coffee, cappuccino, Americana, it's all there. So good quality coffee, good quality beer, a lot of craft breweries, great running experience. Both those things are great on their own. You went for the synergistic effect. You married them together into this really fun social experience. And then as things are really rolling and really taking off and you're getting these huge run groups come out, COVID-19 pandemic, boom, hits. It's really going to hit a guy like you hard, right? You've got a business that's very specific to a social environment, and then boom, social distancing. What have you done to adapt?
So I guess as we were talking, so Backroads is an experience. So you come to Backroads and you get an experience.
Yes.
So unfortunately, since we've had to be closed for what seems, can't even count anymore. It's like 5 weeks now, I think, that we've been closed.
It's about 10 pounds. I put about 10 pounds on since you've closed.
Anyways, luckily, in January, we actually launched our online sales. So before any of this actually started happening. But with when we closed, it just made us have to focus a little bit more on online sales. So right from the beginning, we had all our running shoes online available for purchase there. Just quickly, the website is backroadslondon.com if you want to check it out. So ever since I've been closed, I've been kind of doing my best to get more and more products available on there. So from a business perspective, that's kind of what I've been doing. But then in addition to that, so people obviously have questions about shoes. So I've been messaging a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook Messenger, emails, just to help make sure people get fitted into the right shoe, right? And then if anybody wants, we can do FaceTime, we can Zoom. I can do Gait Analysis kind of virtually in that way. That's kind of how I've adapted and will continue to adapt over the next few weeks.
Amazing. We just glazed over something really important. When you're fitting someone for a pair of shoes, you're not necessarily saying, here's a nice color. This is a bright purple. This is a great pink. You're going to love this. You actually do a gait analysis, which is you watch someone in their natural body movements and you say the way that your leg is working, connected to your knee, connected to your shin, connected to your ankle, and then your foot, the way it's applying and the way that you're walking, this particular type of shoe is going to work well for you. Here's 3 different versions of that shoe. Which one fits more comfortably? What do you like? So you're still doing that for people. You're just doing it virtually, which is incredible. The product is still available online, backroadslondon.com. And for those of you who maybe haven't been in the store yet, we're going to try and get you there. We want you to be there once COVID-19 has sort of relaxed a little bit and Aaron can be open again. You are located in the West 5 development, 1295 Riverbend Road, right in just off the Oxford extension, in Riverbend here on, are we calling it, I know it's West London, are we calling it South, North, or Central? It's
West London, I guess, but
yeah, great staple in the West London area for sure. Yeah. So you're available there. You're still taking orders online, but people can also phone, they can FaceTime you, they can Facebook chat you. As I'm sounding like I'm really old and I'm getting confused with social media. There's so much of it today. And you're also on Strava. So you're there, you're encouraging the runners. You're still, those run groups that you've created and the training programs that you've created, you're still, even though you don't have to be, you as a guy, you're like our coach. You're still there. You're still encouraging everybody, whether they're, like I said, 1 kilometer runners or 42 kilometer or more style runners. You're still a big part of it. Cadence is still working hard though. Are you noticing that? Yeah, Cadence is still selling. Yeah, she's like our team mascot for again. I talk so comfortably, maybe because I'm there so often, but Cadence is definitely a big mascot for us at Backroads Brews and Shoes. And there's a reason where most of us that attend your store, if we're doing a fun run, when you look at the photos of that run, we're usually wearing Backroads clothing. We're supporting that shirt because we feel like we're part of a team. We're here to help everybody out. Everybody's welcome. It's a really, really great. It's a great opportunity for those of you that don't run, that maybe want to learn to run or want to get a little bit better in shape to come out to the run clubs once they're back up and running. And in the meantime, for everybody who's adhering to the social distance requirements and the suggestions and how they work, the trails are still open. People are out walking, people are out running, and that's an important part of staying active during this. They're probably wearing out their shoes, and maybe they're starting to get sore feet and sore spots, which is great because I think next week there's a good chance we're going to be talking to a physiotherapist. So we'll look into that in the next one. But before you get to that point, before you need a physiotherapist, Aaron's still the right guy to try and get a hold of and have him do that gait analysis using Zoom, to have him take a look at what you're doing to stay in shape during this pandemic and helping you make sure that we get the right shoes on you. Does that make sense?
No, for sure. So I think something that we missed right now that's from the webinar,
sure,
is sort of how to keep motivated, essentially.
Right.
So a few things that I know people have been doing. So there's Facebook groups. I know there's probably lots out there, but the ones I can think of, we have our at Backroads, we have our programs, we have different group names. So we have our rookie group, which we were going to start this spring. Unfortunately, we haven't started that yet, but hopefully if I do get open sooner rather than later, we'll be able to start a new rookie group, which is kind of like a learn to run, be able to run kind of your first 5K. And then we also have a group that we call our Fit and Fab group. So that group, there's Facebook groups for that. Just kind of that idea anyways. There's another group called We Run London. Scott Goodyear does a really good job with that group. It's kind of really helping keep people motivated. Somebody else that I should mention who has done a ton of work for the Backroads groups is Nadia. I'm sure a lot of people, like you yourself know Nadia. She's been phenomenal at helping keeping people motivated, right?
She contributes in a big way.
For sure.
Yeah.
So posting your runs on whatever social media platform it is. Strava is phenomenal for that. I know myself, I really like when you post a run, like a good run, like when I did that half marathon, people give you kudos. It just feels good, right? You get that notification, so-and-so gave you kudos.
I'm sure you got a lot of kudos. That was a fast run.
Helping keep motivated. I guess quickly too, Strava, it's kind of like Facebook for runners.
It is. It's social media. A lot of runners have the GPS watches, which you sell as well. Different name brands are all there, but they track your runs, and when you get home, it sort of uploads to software, and you can have it automatically go to Strava so that your runs, bike rides, and swimming is recorded. So for the runners, the duathletes, the triathletes, we're big on that app because it's a nice way to keep track of all of your exercise in one place. So again, the watches are available at Aaron's store. So something to.
And then virtual races would be the other one.
Yes.
So I did that half marathon because it was supposed to be Forest City road races last weekend. A lot of people in our run group here did that. I'm sure lots of people in London were planning to do Forest City. So there's a lot of people who did complete their races virtually. So that's another set yourself a virtual race a few weeks or a month and a half or whatever it is. And that will kind of help give you some motivation to keep training and keep running, right?
You're right. Yeah, absolutely right. So those, again, the webinar was, technical issues. I forgot to hit the record button. I was just so excited to have Aaron on. I'm gonna take the brunt on that one, but we're gonna post this video. We want to make sure that we gave something to the people that couldn't be with us today. We want to make sure that they can find it. So key takeaways from this is that Backroads Brews and Shoes is more than just a place where you're buying your shoes. It's a place where you're going to get support for your running, no matter what level of runner you're at. It's a place where you're going to be able to socialize with other people that are feeling the same way you did about your workout that just happened. And it's still available. The support is still there. It's going to be there through social media. The assistance in picking out the right running shoes for you and what you do, it's still available. It's online through Zoom meetings just like this. It's working. And then pretty much everything in the store is now available online. If you go to backroadslondon.com, hit the shop button, take a look around, the shoes, the pants, the shorts, great name brands. Some you're going to be familiar with, even if you're not an active runner. Some are very specific if you're looking for a really high quality pair of shoes that looks different. Hoka Ones if you're looking for a completely different type of shoe. But you've got New Balance, Saucony, Adidas, all those brands are still there, which I think a lot of people are familiar with. And these are great running store brands. They're available online. You can buy them, backroadslondon.com. And if you have any questions, Aaron is taking phone calls, emails, Facebooks. He's there to make sure that you're getting the right product, as always, which is, a big part of where we're at the store, and why so many people are attending your group runs, and why so many people are wearing your shirts in their races, right? You've helped us get to where we are. So if you are a runner, make sure that you're on backroadslondon.com to grab some items. And if you're not, make sure that you're talking to Aaron to get started. Now's a great time to start. There's never a bad time to start running. Let's be honest, right? It's an incredible one. Just quick advice to anyone who's starting running: start slow, start easy. Don't expect to be running 8 days a week. Take it easy, take it slow. Make sure you talk to a professional to get the right pairs of shoes for what you need. We don't want people to get injured. And I think we have a physiotherapist coming up next. So I think it's always important to try and avoid the physiotherapist, but when you need them, they're there, and you just can't live without them in the sports. But I want to make sure I thank you, because like I said, I forgot to say thank you to our previous host on the webinar, and I feel terrible about that. So Aaron, thank you so much for being with us today. Before we go, is there anything that you wanted to add?
Anything I want to add right now? I don't stay active essentially, and I guess one thing I was thinking about is it's not just me. Yeah, I do own a local business,
Sure.
but make sure there's a lot of people in the same situation I'm in. So if you need something, make sure you check to see if there's any local business around that you can support.
I couldn't agree with you more. That's really what this whole web series is about. So I'm glad you brought that up. We want to support our local businesses. We want to make sure that we're there to help everyone out, because without local businesses, it's such a loss to the community. They help us in so many ways. Now's a great time where we want to make sure that we're focusing on supporting those businesses.
They're all adapting, just like I'm trying to adapt as much as I can to the situation. I think there's a lot of small independents out there that are doing the same thing.
100%. Aaron, it's a pleasure to have you on here. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your 1 hour, 18-minute half marathon. Unbelievable time. And we're looking forward to seeing more of your runs on Strava. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Chris.
You too. Bye for now.